வாழ்க வளமுடன் children. How are you all? Hope everybody is doing good along with your family members. Be safe at home. Be a good children too. Be helpful to your parents. Always have a regards to your grandparents. Let me extend my warm welcome to our wonderful ELGA 11 video class. This is the revision video. Yes, before entering to the session, children, always try to be an inspiration because life is better when you are happy. But life is best when other people are happy because of us. Keep this in your mind, children, and lead your life. All the best. You know very well, we are in Unit 7. Our unit topic is Fundamental Rights and Duties. So, we have got many rights and we have to be responsible for some duties too. In this unit, the first component phonics, we don't have separate component. And we got whole words. In that, you will be learning how to find the meanings of new words. And also practicing using the steps while reading new stories or articles. Here are the steps. While reading, we come across new words. We will use the steps provided below to find the meaning of new words. First step, it can be called to be LUPRC. L stands for look for clues. It can be definition, synonym, antonym, examples, inference. Okay, we have to look for clues. So the word is defined or explained in the sentence. It is called to be definition. Synonym, if we have the meaningful or synonym word. And antonym, a word with an opposite meaning in the sentence. And examples, an example of the word in the sentence. And inference, we use clues from the story or passage to guess the meaning of the word. We have to infer ourselves. We guess the meaning, okay, by ourselves. These are the 5 parts of the step 1. And then step 2, we have to understand the word. We have to try to understand the word by reading around the word. Okay? Read the sentence fully and try to understand the word. And then predict the meaning. We can predict the meaning of the word by ourselves. Based on the type of clues, we guess the meaning of the word. Step 4, read the sentence. So we have to read the sentence again in which the word is used to see if our predicted meaning fits. Okay, and then step 5, final step, check the meaning. We have to check the meaning using the dictionary. Okay, right. These are the 5 steps to find the meaning of the word. And then we have to read and understand some words related to the theme. So here, dignity, respect and honor. Equity means the quality of being fair and impartial. We have to be impartial. Fairness, the quality of treating some others with honesty. Equality, treating everyone in the same manner. Justice, treating people in a fair way. Discriminate, to treat a person differently. Okay, that is discriminate. And then violate, to break or act against something or some laws, right? And then we are in the 3rd session, that is reading and listening comprehension. Right? Reading and listening comprehension. In that, first you will be learning how to find the main idea. Okay, we will be practicing finding the main idea using the steps mentioned while reading different stories and articles. So, you know very well the main idea is what the passage or story is telling us about. Details are things in the story or passage that support the main idea. The steps to find the main idea are as follows. First step is to read the title. Based on the title, find the important words. The next step is find the supporting details based on the important words. Third step, think about what is the most important message that those details are telling us. Fourth step, explain the most important idea in one word, phrase or a sentence. So, we will use the table also, important words, supporting details and then main idea. Okay, and then the second thing is problem and solution. So problem is something that causes trouble for someone. Solution is a way of solving a problem or dealing with a difficult situation. Like this, each and every stories may have one problem and one solution. Here, for you, Dabki's school, Dabki was forced to leave school. This is the problem, and solution is also been given in the same story. And then, making a judgment. Okay, making judgment on solutions. So it means to take a decision on what needs to be done about something after thinking carefully. So after reading a story, we can make a decision about the solution in the story. Here, problems, solutions, and then other possible solutions. And then we can come, how would you solve this problem? This is comes under making judgments on solutions. And then finally you have vocabulary words that in your SR numbers like 3, 4, 10, 12, 16, 18 and 21. Learn all these vocabularies and know the meaning of those words clearly. Now we shall hear a song of Heal the World. Ready to hear the song, children?
And I know that it is love, and this place could be much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you'll feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me.
Next, under grammar part, we'll be learning 3 topics. At first, you'll be learning how and where to use this, that, these and those. So, if an object is nearer to us, in the singular place, we have to use this. If an object is plural, then we have to use these. Okay, children, it is used to refer a person or thing which is near the speaker. This. These is used to refer to people or things which are near the speaker. Right? That if an object is far, it is used to refer to a person or thing which is far from the speaker. And it is used to refer to people or things which are far from the speaker for plural objects. Those. So some examples for these words can be like, this is a book. Here, book is a singular and it is nearer to that boy. So we had used this. Compare the second sentence, these are all my books. Here also books are nearer, but there are many books. So these are all my books. Okay. And next, if it is far from us, that is a children's book. And those are my favorite books since it is somewhat far away from that boy. For singular we can use that and for plural we can use those. And next, interrogative. Interrogative is nothing but asking questions. WH questions. What, which, who, whom, and whose. Where can we use these words? When there could be many possible answers, we can use what. When we want to choose or identify something from a specific group, it can be mentioned which. To ask questions about specific people doing something, we can use who. To know on which person the action was done, we can use whom. For example, whom was the book given to? Okay, to whom was the book given to? Right. And then whose, to find out the person that a particular thing belongs to. Whose book is this? Understood, children? The interrogative questions are what, which, who, whom, whose. Next, articles. Articles is a word that is used to point out or refer to a noun. A and the. A is used when talking about one thing. It is used before a noun when the noun begins with a consonant sound. That is any alphabet sound apart from A, E, I, O, U. That is vowels. I got a banana for you. Banana starts with letter B. So it is a singular. That's why we had used A here. And it is used when talking about one thing. It is used before a noun when the noun begins with a vowel sound. That is A-E-I-O-U. I had an egg for a breakfast. If you see, before egg, the first letter of egg is E. E comes under vowels. That is why we had used an here. And the. It is used when talking about something specifically, singular or plural, both. I am eating on the table, specify. Okay, specification, we can use the. These are about the articles. You have many more examples to refer it. And finally, quantifiers. Quantifier in the sense, it is a word which indicates the number of amount of something. It generally comes before the noun. Like much, many, few, some, a little. Much and many, it will be used when we don't know the exact quantity. Okay, uncountable, countable. I do not have much money. When it is countable, there are many students in class. Okay, and then few, some, little. It can be used for small or less quantities. If it comes for countable, I have a few books with me. And both for countable and countable, we can use some. There is some time left for the class to get over. When it is uncountable, please pour a little tea for me. Here we can use a little. Okay. Hope understood the better usage of quantifiers too. And finally, we have the writing and speaking expression session. So for that, here in this unit you will be practice writing informal letters. Okay, your format is given in your SR 7. So practice using that format and write your formal letter, informal letter to somebody. It can be to your friend, it can be to your aunt or uncle, it can be to your mother, father too. And take a photo and send to my personal number. I am waiting, children. And with this, I wish to complete my session. Thank you. Stay tuned. Stay connected.